I don't know if this is true for you, but I can easily fall into the lie that like my career is only going to go in an upward trajectory, that there's only kind of this ever expanding kind of bubble, that I'm going to always be getting better, that the projects are going to be getting better, that like linear progress is, as long as I'm doing the work and putting in the time and making the things and putting out the things, that there will be this kind of linear progression to my career. And I think if we were in conversation and we just were kind of, if you press me on it, I of course would go, no, I don't actually think that. But when it's me by myself and things are a little slow or they're a little off, we're here in the midst of the writers and the actors strike that's been going on for months now, and my little indie feature has been completely caught up in it, thrown off schedule-wise because of this strike. So of course, if you press me on it, I'd be like, yeah. Like, no, I get it. There's kind of ebbs and flows. But like when I'm by myself, when it's just me in this place, in my office where I spend most of my time, I absolutely believe the lie that it's always going to be up. And I was thinking about it the other day because I was sitting in this office, which in 2023, I have spent an enormous amount of time right here. On the other side of this camera I have a monitor on the wall. I've got my computer monitor in front of me, all my hard drives of footage. It's where I write. It's where I kind of communicate, send emails. This is kind of my place that I spend a lot of time. And I was sitting here the other day and it started raining. And it was beautiful. It was one of those rains where there was still kind of a little bit of sun on the horizon, and like it was quiet and it was still, and it made me sit back and kind of remember that our careers don't do this, they do this. And that if you zoom out, then there may be that kind of upward progression, but that there is the times in which things aren't moving forward are just as important as the times of accelerated growth. This year in particular, there's been an enormous amount of scattering seeds, planting shit in the ground to see where it goes. I've been out on the road with a musician, just seeing what happens. Stages, my film hasn't been able to progress on the narrative side, but David was, playing a really meaningful kind of concert and making a live record. So I got all my friends together and we went down and filmed it. And I paid for it myself. I've done another pass on my script, and I've started 2 shorts, and I'm recording another bit of the podcast, and I've changed commercial companies, and I've had an enormous amount of phone calls with my peers and filmmaking friends and the people who mean a lot to me, who can help cut through the kind of bullshit. And I realized that none of that is client work. Get called, do a job, execute the job, put it out. Make a film, edit the film, put the film into a festival, it gets sold to A24, blah, blah, blah. This kind of linear progression mantra. It's almost never that. It's almost never that. It's fits and starts, scattered seeds, something starts growing over here, pay attention to the thing over here. And I feel like that those times when it's you accelerate for a bit and then you kind of find yourself in here for weeks on end. That rather than rushing through those moments, You sit and look out the window and listen to it rain and open up Final Draft and do one more pass on that scene that you just quite haven't cracked yet. Or you send that one email to the person that you worked with a couple years ago that you just like, man, we worked together not for long, but like I just felt like we connected in the conversation, like we see things similarly, like I'm gonna check in. Or you call your friend and he is telling you you have to make a YouTube behind the scenes series when you make your feature. Or whatever it is. It's these things that you just like, in accumulation they may be meaningful, but in the moment it feels like, am I really making progress? This video is from me to you. If any of that resonates, if you feel like you've been planting seeds to no avail, whatever that may be, if it's been slow this year, if the projects keep canceling, if the strike is affecting you, or if you're caught in a hyper productivity loop of just like, I have all of these commitments and I have to just keep putting shit out and keep putting shit out and keep putting shit out, and it doesn't feel like it's coming from in here. I just want to encourage you, listen to the rain, take the time, and embrace the moments by yourself. Make space, whether it's in here, because those little things that come from planting those seeds when it's quiet are the things that a couple years from now you'll look back and realize like, oh my God, that was the thing that kind of unlocked the next chapter. So I know that's a bit esoteric. I hope it doesn't come off as pretentious. And honestly, if there's only a couple of people that feel that resonate with that, then the video's worth it, in my opinion. But that's where I am. And that's hard. I'm assuming the algorithm will not be supportive of this idea because it's a subtle one, it's a nuanced one, and I might be encouraging you to take a break for a minute. But I wanted to share that. That's what I was thinking about today when it started raining and when I realized how much time I've been in this space and how I'm starting to see the ways in which this might actually be the seeds of my forward progress. So anyway, hope you're well out there. Hit me in a comment below if this resonates with you, and I'll see you again sometime soon.
There's literally zero guarantee that like anything's gonna happen at TIFF.
Yep.
He's literally like going into that in faith, and like essentially what we like connected on was this like, dude, I sent him this little voice memo, and I was like, dude, like you've made something in your own voice in a profound way that few people will ever be able to, like very few people get to do that, and whatever happens, like you've done it.
Yeah.
You know? And like that is the work. Like it's getting to that place where it's like, this is the only thing, and that's the tricky thing about it, is it's like, you know, like I don't think I have this experience if I didn't make the harder way.
Right.
You know what I mean? There's a reality where you have to scratch the itch.